Hey guys, welcome back to Bass Insights. Out here with Caden at Trick Stick Fishing today. We're gonna go out on the lake. It's hot, it's August. We're gonna fish some docks. We're also gonna give you guys some underwater footage of the baits that we would fish docks with. Some traditional, some non-traditional. What do you say? You ready to catch some?
They're gonna be sweet. Let's check it out.
All right. Alright guys, so like we said in the intro, it's August. The water temps are crazy hot. They're in the mid 80s. We got out on the lake late today, so we immediately knew that fish are going to be looking for shade, right? So I pick up a bottom contact bait, a jig. Caden picks up a Fluke. When you're fishing together with multiple guys, it's a great idea to cover multiple parts of the water column when you're targeting docks. Let's see what happens.
See what kind of bag we can put together.
Where'd he thunk it? Up shallow?
Yeah,
You show the camera.
number one.
Alright guys, so when the water is hot and the fish are up under docks, a great option to throw up under is a jig. Here you got a 1/2 ounce CR Custom Lures jig with a Rage Craw trailer on it. This is a go everywhere, do everything bait. You can literally throw it through weeds, patches of grass, all kinds of different stuff. This is a pure reaction bait here. I'm throwing it up under the dock, up under a pontoon. I'm letting it fall. I'm hopping it a few times and then I'm pulling it right back out. This is a pure reaction bite. The only thing bad about a jig is a ton of guys throw it. It gets bit, but if you're fishing a highly pressured lake, there are a couple different options from your traditional jig. So here we have a Texas rig. A Texas rig, another bottom contact bait. We have a Berkley Crazy Legs Chigger Craw on there. We have a 1/4 ounce Woo Tungsten flipping weight. This is, once again, if they're not biting the jig, this is the second thing I would go to. You have the same style of a jig, but a little bit more of a natural profile. One thing that I really like about this Crazy Legs Chigger Craw is its ability to do two things really, really well. One, it mimics a crawfish, but those crazy legs also give it the appearance of being a small bluegill. If you're around docks a lot in the summer, you know that a primary forage of bass at that time are bluegill. So this bait does an excellent job at mimicking a small bluegill around docks, and it has that extra kick that a lot of creature baits don't have with those crazy legs. A cool bait to check out. The underwater footage on it looks amazing. So here we're going to get into some non-traditional baits. Here we have the Mega Bass Dark Sleeper, which is actually a weighted swim bait that's meant to be fished like a jig. It does an excellent job being a different option to skip under docks, especially when fish are pressured. They've seen a lot of Texas rigs. They've seen a lot of jigs. It does the same thing, but it gives you that bait fish profile. I really like this bait on deeper water docks with a lot of deeper water access because it really does a great job mimicking bait fish. Here we have a Reaction Innovations Skinny Dipper. It's a swim bait that can be rigged Texas style. It can be rigged on a jig head. To fish under docks, I really like to rig it unpegged with a 1/4 ounce weight and an offset worm hook. And I love to skip this bait really far up there and straight wind it out. It's got a great wobble, great bait fish profile, another great option that gives fish a different look. So now we get into more of our finesse options. Here we have a Excite Baits worm Nico rigged. So we put the weight, a nail weight, up in the end of the worm. We hook a weedless hook on there. And what this allows us to do is give a finesse presentation with a reaction type bite. What you get here is this unassuming worm skipped up under a dock, but this worm will sink and then sit straight up and down on the bottom where you can shake it and wiggle it in front of a fish to elicit a bite. Here, another option that a lot of guys think is only a deep option, the drop shot. The drop shot will get bites when nothing else will, and it's because it has that unassuming, lifelike action, and it surprisingly will come through a ton of stuff. The drop shot is a great option when fish have seen just about everything. It's late August. We need to be different. Here we have a Guggenbait's Dart, which is a heavier than normal Fluke. I really like the Fluke as an option to keep a bait up in the water column, not when the fish are relating to the bottom. It's a great bait for a different look under a dock. This bait has caught hundreds of fish for us this season. Caden here is fishing this bait around a swimming dock platform, and we keep picking up fish that don't want to go down and get a bait on the bottom in the hot water, but would rather come up, eat above them, and chew on this Fluke. As you can see, it's paying off big time for us.
Where'd he thunk it? Up shallow?
Yeah, he's
Show the camera.
number one.
So this last bait we have here is a Megabass Magdraft Freestyle rigged weedless on a 7.0 swim bait hook. And what this bait will do is it will show you what is under a dock. That Magdraft will pull fish a long way to show them what is under a dock. It's a great bait to practice with. Even if fish don't bite it, they will reveal your position. So Caden and I keep fishing all around the lake. We keep skipping different baits up under the dock. Here, Caden catches another one on the Fluke. So that tells us that fish are really relating to bait fish profiles, things above their head. I'm skipping a Nico rig. I'm skipping a Megabass Dark Sleeper, but that Fluke is really paying off as the bait they wanted to eat late in the afternoon. Water's hot. Everything is always going to be dependent upon what the fish want to eat and how they want to eat it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this underwater video. Please let us know if you enjoyed it. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. In the comment section, let us know what lakes you want us to hit, what baits you want us to show you underwater. Thank you guys for everything. We're starting to grow a little bit. Please help us continue that. Thanks so much for your time.